Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Something new isn't always something right. Something new isn't always something right. Now, this is kind of related to the shoulda thing. And this is a subject that hits me a lot because I've had women break this down to me. I've done a few videos on my men's channel. I did something when I was writing a blog. I did something on it because it happens so much. And the reason why I'm bringing it up again, I've had some women in private bring it up. Some who watch these videos, some who have no idea I do videos, but they were talking about it. And basically, it's that same thing. I mean, this will probably be a theme I got to do every 3 months. Because I see this a lot with ladies. I see it a lot. You got Mr. Right. You got Mr. Right. You got a good dude. Oh, let me give a disclaimer. Please don't come on here and say, well, men do it too. No deflection. This is about y'all. Okay? Men got their own set of stuff I got to deal with them on. But something new isn't right. Now, this was always what happens. A lady got a good man. She married her should've. Or they in a relationship. Shoot, she hanging on. In any relationship, I mean, it gets routine. It's going to get routine. It's hard, dude working hard. You trying to do what's right. The sex life might not have the same kick as it originally did. And, and it's you sitting there and all of a sudden it gets routine. And then that's when he comes in, Dexter. Since we ain't in the Caribbean, Dexter Williams. I actually used that name for a character in one of my earlier books that's out of print. But Dexter Williams come in. Ladies, y'all know who he is. Whatever you think of as an ideal man, he's it. he's it. If you like that big, tall, handsome dude, he's it. If you like that shorter, stockier dude, he's it. That tall, slim dude, he's it. If he bone ugly, like ugly to the bone, like hey, no matter grooming ain't gonna make him look good, but that's what you like, he's it. He come in, all of a sudden he brings some excitement. He brings some excitement to you. He meet you, start talking that thing, and you just like, wow. Now some women, a lot of women, they will either cheat with that guy or be ready to leave the good thing for that guy. Because one thing about that guy, I think he's a test. I think that's a test. Whatever spiritual path you follow or whatever deity you worship, I think that deity say, I'm gonna mess with this person. I'm gonna test how strong this person resolve it. So they gonna send you that enticing man. So he come along. In fact, he's that type women will say, yeah, he'll ruin your credit. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But see, he comes along and it's new, it's exciting. You get those oxytocin flowing, all those other endorphins, all that other stuff. Your ovaries are doing, they doing the Irish river dance or something. Shoot, they doing the wobble or whatnot, right? For those who remember that song, your fantasies popping off. And you get that guy and, since it's exciting, it ain't even that the dude, y'all have sex, the dude, it ain't even so much the dude is good at sex. It's just new. It's exciting. It's going to be exciting because, and ladies, this is something deep for y'all because I know a lot of women complain about a man's performance, but 50% of it is y'all. Y'all gotta have the ability to have an orgasm. But that's another conversation. Let me know if you want me to talk about it. But, that person might not be right for you. And some women, they actually keep their perspective. Some women will just cheat, but then you get the other ones who ready to roll out on a good man. They jump. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen women be in a relationship for years with a guy. All of a sudden, that ideal man, Mr. Goodbar, the alpha showpiece, make themselves available, and it's like, boom, you're out. But it's not always right for the long term. And that's a key thing. And see, here's where the issue is. On a pure sexual level, which is usually what it is, oh yeah, he's a good guy and all of that. But then, what about the other aspects of life? And that's where a lot of women get caught up at. Now, yeah, I know. If anybody follow my men's channel, you know I talk about my main thing is always sexual empowerment for men. My main thing. So I'm telling them that. But usually the men I'm telling that are the ones who get the other stuff right. You get plenty of men, you know what? You ain't going to worry about their bills. You know, them taking care of bills or handling stuff around the house. You ain't going to worry about whether or not they're going to be in your children's lives or y'all children's lives. Or heck, you got some men out there, they willing to step up and deal with a single mom when it's not popular with a lot of men. You get that. You know, this the type of guy you ain't gonna have to tell him to go out to work. Or this ain't the type of guy he's gonna be smart. He ain't gonna be some dumbass. A lot of times women might deal with that guy turning, but the dude might be, and he might not have been that bad sexually either. He might have been, but you know, like I said, sex lives lose their kick after a few years unless you change some stuff up. It ain't so much he's bad, you just used to it. There's only so many ways you can come off a chandelier. There's only so many ways you can be halfway upside down and be doing your thing. But you know, you're getting something new. It's like, oh, this is just new. It's just like you've been eating butter almond all this time, ice cream, butter almond ice cream. I know I love some butter almond. Or some buffalo wings, since y'all more used to me saying that. But then I say, you know what? I'm going to try these beef ribs. And for the vegans among you, just go with it. I'm just using examples. But you're going to try the beef ribs, and the beef ribs are great. It's like, man, it's great. It's like, it ain't so much they great. You've been eating buffalo wings all this time, so this is something else. You know, it's like Eddie Murphy said in Raw back in '87 when he did. I saw him in a live concert. He's like, if you ain't had, you know, if a man wait for a woman for 5 months before having sex with her, shoot, when he finally have it, it's going to be the best thing ever. That's because he ain't had it. He hungry. And, you know, he going to think it's like eating a cracker. You hungry, you eat that Ritz. That Ritz is great. You know, or whatever. It could be a regular cracker. And it's great, but then after a while, you just like, oh, man, this is just a plain old cracker. It's the same thing. And that's one thing I see a lot of ladies mess up with it. That kind of, in a way, it kind of goes in the path of shouldas. Like you should have held on to them. But sometimes you get it. Sometimes if you have this situation, ladies, and like I say, it always come up. I swear, it always comes up. Some women bring it up to me. I'm like, man, this must be a major thing. And y'all can tell me. If y'all want to share, y'all can tell me in the comments. But sometimes you got to fight it. You got to look at the bigger picture. And I know it's popping, but sometimes you just have to say, hold up. I got a good dude here. I can't do this to him. And I've met some women who would do that. Because I was Dexter a lot of times. And they would just say, hold up. Shoot, sometimes I had to tell them, I'm like, dude, you got a good dude there. And then some would say, and I respect it. I say, okay, that's what's up. I ain't tripping. But sometimes it ain't always the right thing. And sometimes you got to think in long term. Like I used to think ladies could think long term, but I'm seeing, no, not so much. It's more men who think long term. And even that's not even perfect. That's something I got to jump on the men about. Too many men thinking short term. But in general though, you gotta think long term. It's like, dude, is a little bit of D worth what you built up with this guy? Because a relationship is more than just what you do in the bedroom. You talking emotional stuff. You talking somebody who respects you, gets you, all of that. Somebody who's committed to you. You know, don't lose it for something shiny that you might get tired of after a few months or a few weeks or a few days. And I've seen that happen, and I've actually seen the results of that. I've actually had some women would tell me this, and they would ask me to share the story, even though I've shared it before. They would actually have me share it because they say, "Look, we don't want any other women to go through it," and they listening to you. So remember that, ladies. Something new isn't always something right. Take your time. Remember. Yeah, that dude. Hey, you know what? That dude got that. He got that thing hanging, and he just looking at you, and you starting to shudder. But you gotta think in the long term. So anyway, that's all I got for you, ladies. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.